Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
What day is it?
What day is it?
Which it is. Thanks. I'm glad you let us know.
My name is Denise. I am one of the founders of Freedom Angels, and I am in the state of California, San Joaquin County.
Hi, my name is Heidi. I am one of the co-founders of Freedom Angels, and I live in the San Francisco Bay Area of California.
Hi, I'm Tara, co-founder of Freedom Angels in the Northern Sierra Nevada mountains of California.
Thank you for joining. Every day, Monday through Friday, we do a live at 5 discussing freedom and liberty. Today, we are going to be talking about all things resistance and how to get involved. So this is the new civil rights movement. We might as well get on it.
Got no choice. I mean, the way things, it's always true, but now more than ever, our lives will be what we allow, what we accept. And so we have to fight back.
Yep, and that means May 1st, May 1 and done, like we've been saying. We will be at the California Capitol, where it is imperative that we get the numbers out there. This is the belly of the beast. This is where Newsom decides he wants to stroke his pen like a king and make unjust policies. We need to make him very, very uncomfortable. And the only way that we can do that is with the numbers. So we've been working really hard to bring an amazing, peaceful resistance to the California Capitol on May 1st at high noon. And we will be meeting on the west side of the steps. Heidi?
Yes, and so I wanted to let you guys know that Freedom Angels is working right now as we speak to get buses going. I know our partner Stephanie made a post about it. We'll share the link here, but that is how this moment in time cannot be missed. We have to seize this opportunity. We already have the knowledge that the legislators are upset that Newsom is ruling as a king right now. Obviously, there's a ton of public pressure to get back, but more than anything, we need these buses filled right away. So basically, I don't know if Stephanie wrote the details yet, but from what I understand, it's going to be $20 a person to get on the bus, but families are $40. So that means, you know, if you have 5 kids, you get to bring your 5 kids for free, basically. But families are $40 and individuals are $20. Those buses are going to be leaving from Southern California at midnight, which, again, to help explain, that's 11:59 p.m. tomorrow night. They're going to be driving through the night from Southern California. There'll be a couple stops. We're working on a convoy as well to follow up with the buses if you want your own car. The buses will arrive in Sacramento around 8 o'clock in the morning, and then they're going to depart, I believe, around 6 p.m. to take you back down to Southern California. So it's kind of like a marathon, 24 hours. Lots of people have done this before. This is with an established group that we've worked with for years and years and years with this bus company. All that to say, we want to get these seats filled right away. This is how important it is. If you are not able to physically get your bottom in one of those seats, there is going to be a link for you to be able to donate to help fund that bus. So that's whether you live in California, New York, Washington, Wyoming, wherever you are, even in the world, there will be a link that you can donate to help get these buses up and going. But we do have a donor that's committed to make sure this is going to happen, but we want to try and make sure we get these seats filled. Does that make sense? I'm like, my brain is.
It makes sense. We hear you. I mean, and you know, California and New York are they're the states that create the framework for the entire nation. So, you know, $20, $40 donation to help families get on, I think would be an incredible gift. I know, you know, times are hard and we get that, but we're facing something extreme right now. We are facing Newsom trying to put in his 6-point plan and trying to track us and trace us like cattle. You know, California doesn't have a date for their lift yet. So, I mean, we're under indefinite stay, and 2 other counties have followed suit. So we have pushback from Orange County today, and Governor Newsom just laughed it off like, yeah, that's not going to happen, but it's really not up to him. Tara?
Can I add one more thing, because I'm
Yeah.
starting to fade, and if I have to hand it over to you guys to work on the bus logistics, that may have to happen. So let me just add one more thing. People who are coming on the buses, just so you're aware, it's not going to be like in the past where everything is opened up. You know, everything is closed in Sacramento. I was just at the Capitol today for meetings, so I was surveying the grounds and everything. There is a lot of construction going on. So when you're on the bus, that's guaranteed parking spot. Like, you don't have to deal with parking anymore. We know Stephanie is going to be on the bus, and with her son, she's going to be coming up. As far as food goes, pretty much everything is shut down except for there's like 1 or 2 sandwich places that are open, but we are working on getting like street vendors there. And I did run into a street vendor who was setting up right now. Like, he was there that day. He's like, oh yeah, I show up every single day. And I'm like, well, you better be here on Friday and bring masses of your friends, because I know people are going to be hungry. We are going to have porta potties there for you guys to use, because there's no bathrooms anywhere around. So people who are on the bus, I mean, you're coming, you're toughing it out, but we're going to make sure that you're surrounded with, you know, food and restrooms for that too. Anything else that I should say about the buses? I'm not even paying attention to the comments. I don't know. Okay.
I can't see any comments.
You guys take it over. I'm still here, but I'm kind of double working on buses.
Yep. Gotcha. All right. Go ahead, Tara.
Well, I mean, just really the importance of getting up to Sacramento for May 1 can't be, you know, overstated. There are, you know, there are a few other spots around the state that have some events planned for that day, but really those have to be secondary. If you, you know, with whatever you can do, get yourself up to the California Capitol. The tyrant is there, and that's who needs to feel the pressure of the people saying, no, we're done. You have, you know, seized your emergency powers unjustly. So if you can't, do whatever you can to get up to Sacramento, help anyone you know to get up to Sacramento, do whatever you can to get people there. And if you absolutely can't go to Sacramento, and I mean absolutely can't go, then you can go to one of the other ones. But, you know, really, we're going to have to all be working in our counties nonstop anyway. So the day to be in Sacramento is May 1st. And then, you know, after that, we're all going to need to be in our counties nonstop, because you can see this as a battle. Newsom and, you know, other tyrants like Murphy in New Jersey or Cuomo in New York, they're not going to give up their powers. They have a plan. They've told us the plan. They have, you know, indefinite powers. They have, you know, 6-point or 4-point or whatever point plans they have are plans that they've lined out, and their terms are completely unacceptable. At this point, we have to all release ourselves from house arrest. Just release ourselves from it and get back to life, restart life in the economy before it crashes. And it's already crashed. There's so much damage that people will never recover from. Economic, emotional, physical. It's staggering. And we cannot go any further. I think people have, in good faith, have tried very hard to see what the situation was going to be, you know, and it's proven that the numbers aren't adding up, and that there's no plans that are being advanced by these main governors we've been talking about in particular that are credible, that are real solutions, and that are anything short of tyranny. So I mean, you know, Denise, why don't you talk for a little bit, and then let's go back to some of the local things that we want to talk about what the local models of resistance, and they're not even resistance, they're literally like, we're done, we're off of house arrest, we're going back to life because we have no other choice. So why don't you speak for a little bit, and then I'll read some of them, both in California, New Mexico, and Texas I want to talk about.
Well, this is where we're saying May 1 and done. And like you said, we're going to be working very hard in our counties. The counties, the city council members, the mayor, these people are going to be key in opening up these stores. But May 1st, that is the day that you make your statement back to Governor Newsom, because he has challenged Californians. He has said, we are not allowed to protest. That is incorrect. And that is, that's really fear-mongering and coercion, because he's flexing his governor muscle, saying, you know, you can't come. And we're flexing our muscles too. It is time to go to that Capitol and reclaim that house, because we have a lot of work to do. This isn't over by far. It just started. and going to your counties and pushing back after you've been able to deal with the state part. Now it's county part. Now it's local. So it's imperative that you guys come out. I mean, I cannot stress that enough. And we will be working in our own counties as well and helping others open their storefronts and getting them the cover that they need in order to, to start up again. We shouldn't have to be waiting in bread lines, and we shouldn't have to be volunteering for free when we can go to work. We have a lot of, the numbers have been manipulated, and Governor Newsom knows that. He has really, really committed crimes against humanity. So it is time to push back and flex your muscles.
And the California Capitol is, for our state, it is the highest ground for the people to go to and address their grievances on. It's our, the state town square. And that's where our right to assemble and address our governing structures or governing bodies is at its most protected. It's at its most important, and especially under something like emergency orders that emergency powers that have been grabbed and kept far beyond a reasonable scope of time, have been grabbed, without a compelling state interest, and have not been narrowly applied. So to be there, Newsom needs to know. He needs to feel uncomfortable because the counties have been reaching out to him. Countless counties, we'll go over some of them, have been reaching out to him. And he's saying, nope, sorry, I'm not listening to you. We're going to go with my 6-point plan. And so he needs to have, the counties need to have the people showing up by the tens of thousands, honestly, by the millions, and saying, no, you don't get to do it this way.
If we don't push back right now, the counties are going to start falling in line. All of those, I hate to be a partisan issue, but it is in California. It's Democrats fall in line. They are speaking out, but right now we're seeing counties fall in line. San Diego has extended their stay indefinitely. So that means no date. The state of California has no date. And now these counties are following suit. Riverside County put out their mandate face covering now, social distancing, and they extended their stay until the 19th of June, but they also put in there or until amended by the state. So that's them falling in line with Governor Newsom saying, okay, now that's indefinite. There is no end in sight in California. Newsom just keeps moving the goalpost, and he expects small businesses to be able to survive another month, and those businesses are not getting their stimulus package. They're not getting unemployment. They're literally sitting on their savings and hoping for the best. We won't be able to recover by June 19th if it continues to go this way. So, pushback's important, but also pay attention. Start getting angry. This is not about a virus anymore. This is about the control that the state is giving you. And you can see that by these big box stores being open and small businesses not being trusted to sanitize their stores, and for adults not being trusted to not go out when sick and do, and be healthy. We're healthy and we're sitting in our houses and our mental health is suffering. It is time to end this.
Absolutely. And those big box stores are corporate, and guess who sets policies on masks and social distancing? Corporate, that are very hard to press back on. I want to read the counties in California. Recently, this last week, sent a letter to the governor. It was Tehama, Glenn, Caluso, Butte, Yuba, and Sutter. Those were 6 counties. El Dorado joined them as well on Monday, and so making 7 counties. And within those counties, a total of 15 cities also signed on saying, reopen the economy, reaching out to Governor Newsom to reopen the economy. And to give you a little perspective on the six previous to El Dorado joining, the 6 counties, their population is approximately 500,000. As of last Friday, of those 500,000 in the 6 counties, they had 69 people test positive for COVID, and 50 fully recovered, and 1 who had gone to the ICU. And the entire population there is crumbling financially. They're isolated. They're living in fear. They're being controlled. And the numbers don't add up. So what is happening is, if we don't go there we have to support in our counties. We have to support the law enforcement agencies, the mayors, the board of supervisors, the county commissioners. We have to support them all, the business groups, to break from the unlawful executive orders of the governor and of any county public health officer that may be enforcing them, and get people back to work and get life rolling again. Because if we don't go there and press the governor, no one else is gonna, guys. Calvary is not coming. We are the Calvary. This is on us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's high time people stop putting so much of their trust in in Governor Newsom. He has manipulated us beyond. And, maybe the first couple of weeks, you can't really say anything, right? Because you're still kind of filling it out. You're still trying to see what it is. But it's been 41 days, and we still are living like it's the first 2 weeks with no end in sight. I mean, they're now stores are telling you, like Costco and Smart and Final, now it's time to wear a mask. I mean, that should have been, if that was their policy, they should have caught up with that in the very beginning, versus now where they're saying sunlight kills this virus. It's now 90 degrees outside. I mean, are they going to be held liable for someone who is sick, like with the asthma, who has autoimmune disease, out there in the sun with a mask on and they can't breathe? Who's going to be liable for that in their stores if someone passes out? I mean, that's extreme to be asking people in California weather to be wearing a mask all day long if they're outside.
Well, it's bad. They're using bad science to sell it. They're not effective, and they're not protective in the manner that they make it seem like they are. And they're detrimental to your health because you're breathing in your CO2, let alone the other pieces of it. I mean, I think, so let's talk about Grants, New Mexico, because
just so you know, we're going to have to wrap this up soon, because I'm going to need this Zoom to set up the buses. I know it's kind of interesting, all the behind the scene things that people don't realize what it takes to actually do this.
All right.
So I was just saying, in about 10 minutes we have to wrap this up.
Okay. So Grants, New Mexico, the mayor, this is what needs to happen. This is what we need to support, separate from going and pressuring the governor. Grants, New Mexico, the mayor of that town, there's approximately 9,000 people. He decided that they were not going to live under the tyranny of their governor any longer. And he said he instructed his local law enforcement that was with him. He had 81 local businesses sign on too, saying they wanted this to happen. They said, we're going to open. And he said, I want the local law enforcement to protect all the businesses in our town from the state police and keep them from citing anyone in my town. And they opened, and they did get harassed on Monday a little, but they held the line. Whoops. And so this is literally how we have to do it. These small towns have to come together. Now, all these towns that we're here seeing in these counties, a lot of them are rural. They're towns that have, they're communities that don't live off of the big box stores and urban centers. They have a lot of small businesses, and people are really struggling and going under. And they're also the self-determined type, right? And they have said, no, we're not going to live this way. We don't have the numbers. It's not the zombie apocalypse that the faulty modeling said it was going to be. And we're done. So again, remember, Newsom's not going to be in the Capitol on Friday. He knows we're coming. There's no way, even if he had something scheduled, you can sure bet he wouldn't be there that day, because he knows we're coming. But he needs to feel how uncomfortable it is for the millions and millions of people in his state that are suffering from his decisions, from what he's done, and based on basically nothing that's proved out. We can find real therapeutics to help people in need, and we can get people back to work and keep people from being isolated and damaged any further. And he's not helping at all on this. So he needs to have millions at his doorstep telling him he doesn't get a choice in this. We're doing it without him.
He is. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Heidi.
I was going to say, absolutely, guys. We don't know for sure. We've been told he's not going to be there. We've been told a lot of things. So please, please make sure you know that things change constantly. Regardless of whether he's there or not, we are going to make such a spectacle there. I mean, this is going to be epic, an epic showdown with people coming in mass from all over the state. So there's going to be so much media there, a ton of media there. He's going to know regardless. The world is going to know. Again, this is a peaceful, please know, this is peaceful, non-violent, nothing of the sorts. When I say this is going to be epic, I'm talking about the massive
numbers
that are coming. We are working as always, as we always do. We're in direct communication, real-time communication, multiple meetings a day with local law enforcement in Sacramento. So they've been briefed, we've been briefed, back and forth. Safety is the #1 concern. So I know some people were really concerned about that. Like, there's no permit, so how do you do this? Well, again, those are just formalities. Even though there's not a permit, we're still coming and we're still working actively with law enforcement. So to maintain the traffic flow and everything like that.
Yeah. This is a family-friendly event. I mean, if anybody has ever looked at our protests, we are always peaceful. There's children playing all the time. You know, there's families that are connecting. We have every right to be out there, and we need to start exercising that right instead of saying it's not going to do anything. It absolutely is going to do something. Newsom has told us we're not allowed there. This is just like, really? Like, are you sure? Because I'm coming. So, you know, again, this is a family-friendly event. We're going to have porta potties. We're working on food to get there. If you do come and you want to bring something extra for your neighbor, by all means. But, you know, we suggest red, white, and blue, but wear whatever you want. You know, be creative with your signs. We don't care what kind of signs you have. This is literally a freedom protection thing that we're doing. You know, we're not here to dictate what you're going to wear, what you're going to do, but we do want you to come out and protect Californians, protect your freedom, and let Newsom know we are not going to sit here and just sit back and wait for you to sink us. We are going to do what we need to do to protect our families. So again, that's May 1st at high noon on the west side of the California Capitol in Sacramento. If you do need to reach us, you can email us at freedomangels@protonmail.com. In the subject line, please leave what this is so we can triage. Heidi can triage what responses that she's going to send out. But again, we'll have the bus information out shortly, and we'll have most information out. And if you have any questions, please reach out. We also have a YouTube channel, and if you can share this video, start a watch party to get the numbers that we need at the California Capitol. Is there anything else, ladies?
I just wanted to say, please, 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 we need you guys on Telegram more than ever, because that's the quickest way to get information out to you, especially for an event of this magnitude that will be happening on Friday. So the bus link will be sent there, the maps will be sent there, any real-time changes in communication or movement, or if roads get shut down or anything like that, we have plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's what event planners do. So, and the quickest way to get that is by being on our Telegram. So you have to be on Telegram. Download that app. Freedom Angels Foundation will include that link. But that's where you're going to get the real-time information from us. The emails, yes, it's me. There are thousands and thousands of emails. So Telegram, you need to get on Telegram.
All right. So we'll be back tomorrow, hopefully from our Freedom Angels page at 5:00 p.m. California time. We'll talk to you guys
Do whatever
tomorrow.
you can.
Yes,
there.
please.
Friday,
Get
May
there,
1st.
be square. All right.
If there's ever time, it's Friday, May 1st at the Capitol.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Freedom for all.
Bye.